Okay, so yesterday and day before yesterday we have seen the concept called operators. Okay, today I'm going to teach you the concept called functions. It is bit interesting. Okay, and very good concept. Functions. Okay, before going to the concept called functions, first of all, what we should understand, what is this concept? Okay, so this is just function is a component which will perform different types of functionalities. I mean, uh, whenever we are doing operations, okay, whenever, not like addition, subtraction, these things, okay. So whenever we want to check the dates, whenever we want to identify the date difference, whenever we want to go to the future date, whenever we're going to the past date, or whenever we want to performing the operations with the strings, or whenever we want to perform operations with the values in the database. So at each and every situation we will have different types of functionalities. Okay, so this functions concept mainly will implement the business logic with respect to our requirement, and it will return a value. Functions must return a value. Okay, so overall functions concept has been classified into two categories. Okay, remember, two categories. One is system defined. Okay, system defined. What do you mean by system defined? That means it's a predefined, okay, which are already defined in SQL. And another category is user defined. User defined means nothing but what? So right now, who is the user? I am the user because I'm using this SQL Server Management Studio. Okay, so whenever user for his own purpose, if he will write a function, if he will write some code, that is called user defined function. Okay, whenever user is not defining anything, user is just using the existing thing, that is called system defined. Okay, now these functions again classified into multiple categories. Okay, so system functions are total 5 categories: 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, I will name it and I will show you what are the 5 categories, and user defined functions are 3 categories. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So these system defined functions we can consider as basic concepts of SQL. Okay, and these user defined functions will be called as advanced functions of SQL. Okay, so basics and advanced. Right now we're at the basic level. No, that is the reason we will see this one. After 1 week, maximum after 10 days, probably we will see this advanced functions. Okay, we are all, I mean, by the time we are going to user defined functions, you can think that SQL course is almost about to end. Okay, advanced level we will see user defined functions. Okay, let us see what are the system defined functions. Okay, now what is the first category? I said there are 5 categories. What is the first category? The first, let me clear all these drawings. Mathematical functions. Okay, so mathematical, let me increase this. Mathematical functions are functions which will helpful for us to perform mathematical operations. Okay, see, first, ABS stands for absolute. Okay, absolute nothing but what? Positive. So see, 10.6. So that means what? This function will take one value from you and it will return the positive value of the given value. Okay, so 10.6, it's already positive value. Okay, so there is nothing great in that. But now please look into this. ABS of minus 10.6, I'm passing negative value and I got positive value. Okay, so that is called ABS. So, and this one, ceiling. Whenever you want to see the next, I mean, immediate highest integer value, ceiling function is the, whenever we are doing the rounding process. Okay, so suppose sometimes we got 12.5, 12.6, like that. Okay, people don't want to see the decimal value, they want to see the next highest value. Okay, so in that case ceiling will be more helpful. See, immediate highest value is 13 and 12.9, immediate lowest value 12. Okay, ceiling is nothing but on top of your head, and floor is nothing but on the bottom of your foot. Okay, and log value, log of 10, this value. Power function will define the base and exponential method. Okay, so 10 square 100, 10 cube 1000. See, output 1000. Okay, a random function. This random function generally we are using whenever we are performing the transactions. Okay, so this random function, what exactly it will do, it will always return one random number, always generates one random number. I have executed, I got 0.656732 something. Let me execute one more time, a new number, one more time, new number. If you will execute n number of times, you will get n different number and random numbers. Okay, that is called random function. Random function will return the random number if you will not pass anything. If you will pass anything as a input to this random function, you will get the same number always, rand of 9. See, how many number of your, how many number of times you're executing, still you are getting the same result wise, no change. And round off 156.567 comma 2. Okay, round function will be used to rounding the decimal values, not rounding the integers, rounding the decimal values. Ceiling will round the total number, but round function will round the decimal values only. Okay, that means decimal value will be decimal value, but those decimal values can be rounded. 156.567, that is the decimal value, comma 2 means after the decimal point, the next two integers, up to two integers, I just want to round the numbers. See, 156.570. Okay, so if you will say 1, that means after the decimal point till the first position I want to round. What is the first position? 56. Now you can see it will be 600. Okay, that is how. And see, anyway. So if you will put positive number, what will happen before the, I mean after the decimal point, the numbers will be rounded. If you put negative points after the decimal, before the decimal point, numbers will be rounded. Okay, that is not that much important, I mean that is not useful actually. So positive numbers only will be useful. Okay, I have given couple of examples here with respect to that, you can please follow that. Sine of minus oh yeah, sine function, what exactly this function will do? Sine function will return the sine, I mean will return the uh, uh, three values, will return three values, -1, 0 and 1. If you will get -1, that means the number what you have provided is a negative number. Okay, whatever the number, it is a -1, -2, -3, -90 lakhs also. Okay, see, -1. If you will pass 0, it will return 0. If you will pass positive value, it will return 1. That's it. Okay, so these functions will be used to determine when we got any results. Okay, suppose after getting the result, so we just want to identify whether it is a 0, whether it is a -1, or whether it is a 1. So in order to identify those things, these functions will be helpful. Sqrt, square root of given number 2. Square, it's not 3, it's 91. Square different, square root is different. Okay, so these are the simple mathematical functions. Okay, very simple topic I have started with. Okay, the next category is very important than this. Okay, in these functions regularly you are using round function. 1 minute please, 1 minute. In this round function is very important, and sometimes we are using random function. Okay, that's it. All the other functions are namesake are available. You just practice once to see what kind of output we will get and all. Okay, any questions here? Any questions here? Okay, this date functions. Okay, Please concentrate very carefully. Very important category. In, these functions will come along with you almost all your SQL career. Okay. Now, what is the category? Date functions. Date functions in the sense whenever you want to perform the operations on the date values, these functions will be more useful. Okay. So before going to understand this date functions, first of all we have to understand the basic date function. I think I have already shown you get date. What is the purpose of this date function? It will shows today date and current time. Remember, today date and current time. Let me execute it and I will show you. This is the date what we got here, date and time. See, I got 2015, 12, 24, 20, 13, 23, 6, 613. So this is the time zone, US PST time zone. Okay, according, it's not according to India, it's according to US PST time zone. Okay, so I mean that is the time which I have configured in my machine. This is the date, and this is what today date and current time, exactly current time. Okay, now year part, month part, date part, hour part, minutes part, seconds part, milliseconds part. Okay, I think you have already gone through this function. Okay, the dates in general in SQL, date means, I mean, wherever, if somebody will ask you to create a table, I just want to maintain the date also. Okay, everybody will have one impression in their mind that it will have both date and time. Okay, if it is only exclusively only date, they will mention, otherwise you have to maintain both the date and time. I mean, date means date and time, not only the date. Okay, sometimes it vary, you have to be very careful in those situations. Okay, so now get date function is pretty much clear to me, because it will return both the today date and current time, and the format is year, month, hour, date, minute, seconds. Year, month, date, hour, minute, seconds, milliseconds. Okay, so now what are the date functions are available to perform several operations? That is what our topic today. Okay, so first of all, see, day function. First of all, this is what day. It will return based on the given date value. Based on the given date value, what is the day number in the month? Okay, day function will return the day number in that month based on the given date. So day of get date. So what is the today date? 24. Okay, 24. So it will return 24. But that because that's the 24th day of this month. What it will return? It will return month of the year. Okay, current running month of the year. I mean, month, always look into the date. Based on the date, what is that month? Okay, so this is a small parts we are trying to extract from the dates. So year of get date. See, so there are three different functions we have here to extract different parts. Okay, so where we are using these functions? Okay, month and year I will show you in the future. Day function, look at this. As of now we have applied all this get date because the day we know. Okay, so this is a function. Now my scenario, I will tell you one simple scenario. I just want to see the joining day of each and every employee, not joining date. Day, I said day. I just want to see the joining day of each and every employee. I mean, first day, second day, third day. I mean, on which day the employee has joined. Why? What is the use of that particular one? Sometimes what will happen is, due to some organization's principles. Suppose if you have joined 15th of the month, after 15th in any given month, you won't get the salary in that month. You will get the salary in the next month. Okay. So who will get the salary in that month? The employees who joined before 15th. Okay, so I just want to see the joining day of each and every employee. That is the reason select star comma. Star comma means star, I mean all the columns. Comma means including that I'm expecting some other columns. What is another column? Day of, day function. On which column I'm applying? Hire date column. Hire date is the one of the column where I can have all the dates as joining day. I'm defining the column name as joining day. Now you can see here. See, This is the 17th day, 20th day, 22nd day, second day, 20th day, like this. I got all the 14 employees joining this. Now I just want to see the employees who had joined before 15th. Now please look into this. One minute. See, if I want to see joining, I want to see the employees list who joined before 15 to 1998 1233. See the data. Only 8 employees had joined before 15. After 15, you can check. 6, 8 plus 6, total 14. No? Whenever we want to this type of conditions, not only this scenario, this is just one example. One concept can be used in so many ways. Okay. But if you understand one way, we will try to improvise to some other ways. Okay. So this is a example. Now, so we have seen date day function, how it will extract the day number of the given date. Okay, so like this we have some other functions, some additional functions where it will extract different parts of the date. Okay, so that is what I'm going to start with. I have given couple of examples queries here. You can just practice. This function is important. So what is the function that I'm going to explain you? Date part. Within the date functions only, date part is the function name. What this will do? Date part. Okay. See, part means any particular part of the given date. It could be day, it could be month, it could be week, it could be year, it could be quarter, it could be anything. It could be hours, seconds, milliseconds also. Okay. Now, if I want to extract any part of the date, I will use this date function. Okay. So let us say, for example, look at this here. Select date part. This particular function will take two arguments from user, from you. I mean, what is the first part? Part code. Code means, so for each and every part there is a standard code that you have to pass, and from which date you want to expecting that particular part. Suppose I just want to see the day number of a week in the given week. Okay, so I just want to see the day number in a given week. So that is the reason. Select date part of dw, day of week, not day number of week, day of week I could say. So dw means day of week. From get date, what it will do, it will take the get date function result as an input. Okay, dw, that means day of week. It will return one number. Okay, so what is that number? All the 7 days will have particular numbers, starting with the Sunday, ending with the Saturday. Sunday 1, Monday 2, Tuesday 3, Wednesday 4, Thursday 5, Friday 6, Saturday 7. Okay, so according to US PST time zone, today is Thursday. Right now we are Thursday is running. Okay, so if I will execute, what is the output that I will get? I will get 5. Okay, see, that is what date part. Okay, it will return different numbers. Okay, if it date part function with that, if dw is the code, if you will get 1, that means Sunday to Monday, like that. That's a standard number, no one can change it. Okay, so dy, day of year. Can you tell me on which day we are running in this year? You can do that. 358. Right now we are running in a 358th day. So week number, can you tell me which week we are running? 53, I think. 52. Okay, month, date part of M month. If you want to see the quarter, date part of Q comma get date. If you want to see hour, 8th, 20, 8 minute, in which minute? 21 minute. Okay, year, you can say 2015. So like this we can apply the date part function for different types of inputs, and we will get this type of results. Okay, similarly there is another function that is called date name. So it won't have that many number of inputs. It will have only one input. Okay, date name. What is the previous function? Date part. Difference is date part will always return in the form of numbers. Date name will return the parts with the names. Okay, see, I will tell you one example. It will be clear to you. Look at this. Select date part of dw comma get date. So it will return what? It will return 5. Suppose I have explained you the situation and I have explained you the definition. That is why you can understand 5 means it's Thursday. What about the non-technical user? Suppose if there is any person who is non-technical guy, so how you will understand what is a 5? So we have to represent it's a Thursday, right? Not a 5. That is the reason. Go for date name function. See, input is same for these two functions, but the function name is different. Date part, date name. Execute. 5 and Thursday. That means what? Date name also is having a capability to retrieve the particular part of the given date, but it will have the capability to provide a name of particular part. Okay, retrieving the part is one side of the coin, providing the name to that part is another side of the coin. Okay, date name is more better than date part function in these cases, not all the cases. Okay, suppose let us say for example, if you want to know the date of birth, suppose I was born 28 years ago. Okay, I don't know on which day I was born because we will not have, wouldn't have any awareness at that time. Our parents may have. If I want to know on which day I was born, if I will go with the date part function, it will give me this number one. But as a technical user, I know it's a Sunday. But how a non-technical user can understand? That's why go for date name function. See, date part written number, date name will written name. Okay, like that. Suppose this will be applicable only for two: day name, month name, because other things won't have names. No, we will have the names of a week, days, names of the months. That's it. Do we have any names? No. 12 December. Suppose, okay, I know for other things we don't have any name, but if you will pass forcefully, if you will, sorry guys, small network problem. Okay, so you know that date name won't work for any other functions. Okay, suppose if you are forcefully passing a value q to the get date. Okay, so what will happen? It will return the same result. It won't change anything. Okay, remember, date name will behave differently for months and days. That's it. For any other values, it will behave like a same date part function. Okay, so that is what very important thing. Okay, now look at this, get date. Suppose if I want to see tomorrow date, what I can do? Get date plus one. If I want to see 1 month date, after 1 month date, after 1 month, after 1 month, please remember after 1 month means, so do you mean 30 days or 31 days? See, there is a lot of difference between 30 days and 31 days. One day will be always missing. Okay, so whenever users are telling some requirements, we have to be very careful with the notations. Okay, see, according to my understanding, I thought it's 30 days. After adding, I'm getting 23. But today is 24th. Okay, today is 24th. But why I'm getting 23? Okay, because my calculation is wrong here. Okay, suppose 2 months, I'm getting again 23. Okay, suppose 3 months. Suppose after 1 year also, I'm getting wrong results. Okay, so if I want to see the future date, okay, so how I can add the numbers, how I can add the days or months perfectly. Okay, so that is the reason we have a function called date add. It will add the dates to the given date. Okay, see, I will show you one example. What is the today date? Get date. Okay, now let me execute. 24. Okay, 2015 24. After 1 year, after 1 year means 365 days, right? See, by why it is returning 23? Let me execute both of them at a time. It's a 2015 24. It's 2016 12 23. 1 day is missing. Okay, that means 365 days adding is not correct. Okay, so how properly we can calculate and how we can add the things? Actually, you don't need to calculate anything. You depend on the function called date add. Suppose, see, if you want to add 1 year, what you can do is take this date add function, provide yy. That means you want to add the years. First argument, what you want to add. Second argument, how many you want to add. I want to add years, but how many years? 1 year. To which date you want to add? To today date. Okay. Now, see. 2016 12/24, exactly 1 year properly it will add. It will calculate leaf years, non-leaf years, month, February 28th, 29th, 30 days, 31 days, everything it will calculate. You don't need to worry anything. Okay, just pass the values properly. If you will do the manual process, no, see, this type of mistakes will happen. Okay, that's the reason you don't take risk. Let the risk taken by data add function. Okay, but you have to have a clear idea what you are trying to add. Okay, so this date add function, see, if after adding 2 years, 24. After adding 2 quarters, you can add anything. You can add quarters, you can add months, you can add weeks, you can add hours, you can add days, you can add whatever you want. Okay. So suppose right now it's a 2016, so 2015, 12/24. After adding 2 hours, it's 10/28. Okay, so you can add even minutes also, minutes and hours, whatever you want to add. Okay, so it will, this date add function always will take you to the future dates. Okay, fine, it is very good, excellent. Now what if the situation, if I want to go back, do you have any date subtraction function? No, date add function only will behave a little bit intelligently. Okay, so what we can do, we have to pass the negative value. If you pass the negative value, it will go back. If you will pass the positive value, it will go front, like that. 2013 12 14. Okay, just pass positive and negative to move, to go back, it's up to you. Okay, this is what data function, and I have given one example scenario here. Okay, so you please go through it. If you will not understand this example, please let me know, I will show you, I will explain once again. Okay, now date difference function. Okay, this is the last function in this category. Date difference function, date difference function will allows you to identify the difference between any two dates. Okay, suppose whenever if you're working in banking applications, people used to take loans. Okay, and they are keep on paying interest. Okay, so whenever we are calculating the interest, we will calculate the number of days, not by months. Okay, monthly EMI is different, and whenever you are going to close the loan, or whenever you want to like paying the fine, or that time, the duration is very very important. Okay, so what is the duration, how many days it was pending. Okay, so how many days I need to pay the extra interest. Okay, this is very very important. So at that time we have to identify the difference. Okay, so from how many days he was not paying and today, till today. Okay, so we need to calculate the difference. Okay, that difference, it's up to you whether you want to calculate in years, whether you want to calculate in months, whether you want to calculate in quarters, weeks, days. Suppose, let us say for example, this is my date of birth, just an example. I want to see the difference between, I mean, how many days there were between my date of birth and today. Okay, 10,742 days. 1534 weeks. Okay, how many months? 353 months. How many quarters? 117 quarters. And how many years? 29 years. So years is the most frequently used one. Okay, 29. This is the year. So we have to pass which, how you want to see the difference. Okay, from which date to which date, start date, end date. Second argument is the start date. Third argument is the end date. Okay, so you have to be careful with these things. Okay, these are the standard functions, date functions. Okay, this many ways we can perform different operations on the dates. Okay, all concepts are very very important and very interesting. Okay, if you just put some efforts, it will be really interesting. Please practice. Okay, the functions which we are not using in general but just normally available, these are system date functions. Get date, and get date and current stamp both are same. Actually, you cannot find the difference between these two functions. Then why two are required, when two are available, means one is from ANSI SQL, one is from TSQL. Okay, select get UTC date, that means universal time zone. universal time. This is a 4:32. We have to calculate according to our time zone. Sys date time. It will give along with the milliseconds. Sys UTC time, system level universal time zone. This one. And sys date time offset. Okay. So it will shows date and time and the time zone where you are running. Okay. I mean, it will not give you the location. It will give you the time zone of your location. See, -8. Okay. So since PST time zone is -8, that is why it is giving like this. Okay. So these are the functions. We have some other functions also here. Okay, in SQL, like string functions and other functions also, so that we will see in next classes. Okay, please don't mind. I'm taking very slowly, okay, as I'm recovering. No, anybody having any questions up to now, please tell me. Any questions? Okay, please go through it. String functions are important. Okay, so the next all three functions are important only. Okay, so tomorrow we don't have any class as on the occasion of Christmas. Okay, day after tomorrow we can meet to complete other concepts. Okay, I will send you these recordings. Okay, so please look into that. Okay, any questions, please note it down. Okay, thank you very much, and I wish you a happy Christmas to all of you. Okay, enjoy the time with your family and friends. Bye.